Hi guys, about 2 weeks ago I listened to the Rolling Stones #2 album for the first time, and for the past 2 weeks I have been listening to it on and off to give my thoughts on it today. So the Rolling Stones #2 is the second studio album by the Rolling Stones. It was released on the 15th of January 1965. I gave my thoughts on the first Rolling Stones album about a month ago on this channel, and I explained in that video that it was my first time properly listening to Rolling Stones, which is unusual for me because I am a fan of majority of the big bands from the 60s, but the Rolling Stones I never listened to. So I am now changing that and I'm listening to all of their albums. So as I said, I've been listening to their second album, and today I'm going to give you my thoughts on each of the tracks. The first track is Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. I had already heard this song before, which always surprises me because, like I said, I never listened to the Rolling Stones properly before, but I know a lot more songs than what I thought I did, which I don't know why it surprises me because the Rolling Stones were one of the biggest groups of the 60s. I'm bound to have heard some of their songs before, but yeah, this was one of them. And so because I was already familiar with it, I got into it quite quickly, and I think it's a great song to start the album. The next track is Down Home Girl. I really like this blues track. I got into it really quickly. It was the track which I most looked forward to listening to again. I surprisingly find it catchy despite being a slow song. The third track is You Can't Catch Me. This was a track recorded by Chuck Berry, and this was another one I had already heard of because John Lennon has his own version on his rock and roll album, and I think this is the song, yeah, it must be, this is the song where John Lennon got done for copyright because it contains a sentence from his Come Together song. I also enjoyed the Rolling Stones version as well. The next one is Time Is On My Side. I read that this became the Rolling Stones' first top 10 US hit. This is another song that I got into very quickly. I really enjoy the slow bluesy sound, and yeah, it became a quick favourite of mine from the album. The next track is What a Shame. Another bluesy track. I like the sound, the tune, but it didn't grab me as quickly as some of the other songs from the album. The next track is Grown Up Wrong. This is one I didn't enjoy that much. I just didn't find it very catchy, but it may grow on me because I have only been listening to the album for about 2 weeks. The next song is Down the Road a Piece. This is a more faster song. I enjoyed this one a lot. I got into the driving rhythm, which I found added intensity to the track. The next song is Under the Boardwalk. I already knew I really liked this song because I like the song by The Drifters. I have always found it a very catchy song, and I enjoyed the Rolling Stones version as well, although I think I do prefer the Drifters over the Rolling Stones version. The next track is I Can't Be Satisfied. Another slower blues song I found catchy. I enjoyed the vocals and the sound, especially from the slide guitar. It was another quick favourite of mine from the album. The next song is Pain in My Heart. This one I found okay. I liked the sound, but I preferred some of the other slower songs from the album. I didn't find this one as catchy. The next track is Off the Hook. I enjoyed this one. I found it fun and energetic, and I got into it quickly with its dancing beat. And the last track is Susie Q. I did kind of recognise this track. I don't know whether it's Rolling Stones version I had heard before or maybe another cover version. For me, I think it's an okay song. It's one of their faster paced ones, but there was just something missing. I don't know what it was, but I found it okay. I'm now going to list the songs in order from my least to favourite from the album. At number 12, I've got Grown Up Wrong. 11, Susie Q. 10, Pain in My Heart. 9, What a Shame. 8, Everybody Needs Somebody to Love. 7, You Can't Catch Me. 6, Down the Road a Piece. 5, Off the Hook. 4, Under the Boardwalk. 3, I Can't Be Satisfied. Number 2, Time Is On My Side. And at number 1, Down Home Girl. So overall I found the album okay. The top 6 songs I listed were the ones I really enjoyed. I listened to them a lot, got into them very quickly, and then the other tracks I enjoyed, but I wasn't blown away by them. And that's kind of what I feel for this album. It didn't excite me that much, but I'm still excited to hear more from Rolling Stones. I can't wait to start listening to their 3rd album now. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please let me know your thoughts on the album. I think there are different albums in the US as well. I'm following the UK album releases, but when I was looking into it, it looks like the American album is called something different, and so I'm wondering if they're different songs as well. But yeah, I was getting very confused when I was trying to find out what their next album was, because I was getting the US line as well as the UK, and I think the Rolling Stones number 2 is the 2nd UK released album. So the 3rd one, let me see. So the 3rd studio album by the Rolling Stones is Out of Our Heads. So that's the next one I'm going to be listening to. That's the UK release, although I think it's the same title for the US as well. Yes, it is. So that's going to be the 3rd album I'm going to be reviewing on my channel. But again, thank you very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!